Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tuscany. It's been a little while, not for you but for me. So I've been busy. I've been into town and up the field, and basically been through a number of harvest cycles to try and get some money. So we're in 1959. So it's New Year's Day. It's the end of the day. And we're ready to get started on our finale. So let the sun rise. Haha! So it's now the 2nd of January. Duke's up here. I've managed to persuade him to kind of come up into the yard a bit. Bless him. And yeah, so we're probably going to be fast forwarding a little bit here. So what I've been doing is I've been working this field with sunflowers. So you can see we've still got the stalks left, and so they're now a day old, and for them to disappear we have to move forward another 9 days. So we'll do that and you'll see them gradually disappear. So there's a number of things doing the harvest cycles that I have found out. One of the things that I've found out is obviously the timings of how things work. So it takes 10 days for the crops to fully disappear, and then we're left with this. Now you might think that with this ground that we could just cultivate it and reseed it, and if you were playing Farming Simulator 2013 you'd probably be right, but we're not playing Farming Simulator, we're playing Agricultural Simulator, and that doesn't work. If we don't plough, our yield just plummets. So I made that mistake well, I say a few times. I made that mistake once, but it was on 2 different fields. And what happened was I'd only cultivated, and I got less out than I actually put into the ground. So I put something like I think I put something like a couple of hundred sunflower seeds in, and I got maybe 140 back. So you do lose out. And it's the same as if you were to kind of put stuff directly on the ground without doing anything with it. It gives you about the same yield as that. So that's really not a fantastic idea. So I think you can also see how much I've worked the ground by the fact that it actually now kind of it's got a little hill to it, so it kind of goes down. So we've got all our equipment kind of lined up. So we've got the manure spreader, the cultivator, the seeder, the plough, the sprayer, that's the one, and obviously the combine over here with our gravity wagon. And next to our gravity wagon you'll see there's some tyre impressions where we've been driving so much, and obviously at the edge of the field you can also see there's this big dirt area where we've basically driven over the ground that much that it's actually removed the grass effect from it. You can see the grass, but it's removed the green grass effect that we've got here. So yeah, so all exciting stuff. So our Massey Ferguson is looking particularly dirty. It's been a very, very busy little tractor. Yeah. So why did I spend probably the better part of 10 or 15 hours doing that? Well, that's why. We want money. I've been speaking with Farmer Giles and Jenny. I actually caught them kissing the other day. So they've kind of fallen in love, and so they're going to get married, they're going to go and raise a family, and they're not really interested in the farm anymore. So partly we need to buy them out, and also we need to give you guys a good finale, because we're not going to be coming back to Tuscany. For those of you that asked, there won't be a season 2, and the reason for that is pretty much because if I had to sum up this game in a single word, it would be incomplete. Plenty of people I've spoken to about this, and they've kind of said, oh, buggy. and I can't, well, for me, buggy doesn't go far enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in the tractor. And the reason buggy doesn't go far enough is because the game genuinely is incomplete. If we kind of take a wander around, we're going to go and look at some things that we haven't looked at before, mostly because they really don't serve any purpose. So as we head on over here, we've got some roads, as you can see. We're not going particularly fast, we don't need to go particularly fast right now. And so yeah, so the road up here into the hills, that takes us up to the church. There's not really a lot up there. There's something that you can deposit bits on, but again, not really a lot. The road over there obviously goes to our wood place. So let's get back to where I am actually talking about, so yeah. So yeah, that road up there, off up into the hill, takes us to the church. There's this road here, and it splits off, and that road there, that's the mill, so it's a water mill. We'll go and have a look at that in a moment on the way back. Oh, and this is one of the glitches that we get. I suspect this is going to be a bag of sunflower seeds. It is. So you will have seen the gravity wagon. It's entirely possible for the gravity wagon to catapult bags of stuff this far away from where it's standing, just because it feels like it. So that bug that I thought had been fixed hasn't been fixed, still very much alive, and has caused me, obviously, to misplace a bag of wheat, a bag of sunflower seeds. I don't think you actually lose anything, but you do end up with it scattered in places that you might not even know where it is, which is, to say the least, very frustrating. So there we go. And this is one of the examples of why I say incomplete, because I don't think they finished the game. They had a lot of wonderful ideas, and I think had they actually done them, it would have been even better. So we have a fuel station here, and it serves no purpose because there is no fuel in the vehicles. If you go into town, there are onions, and you can sell onions, but there's no way that you can obviously produce them, and that doesn't seem to make sense either. And it's little things like that, that there's just the little tiniest details, well, I say the little tiniest details, fairly big details in some regards. And we've got the mill here. Now, there's an option that you can bring your bags of seed here, so we'll do that with our miscellaneous bag of sunflower seeds, because it's just going to be easier that way, rather than trying to haul it back over to town, because I've already sold what I wanted to sell. And we have the money that I believe I'm going to need for what we're about to do, and we don't really need any more. So we've got 14,793. Okay. So again, this is another place to sell, and it's not really well explained. The tutorials don't actually work. You press play and you get a single slide. Again, it's awkward. It's odd. So I don't know what this is going to do. You've got the same at the church. You've got a place that you can place the milk urns, and there's no real reason for it. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, it's almost like they just got partway through writing the game and decided, well, you know what, we need to release this now. So whether it's got bugs or whether or not we've finished things on it, we're just not going to do any more. And it looks like the thoughts were there, but they just didn't get completed. So yeah. So for those of you that have asked, would I recommend buying the game? Well, in all honesty, no, I wouldn't recommend you buy the game unless you're prepared to be very frustrated, potentially lose your save games at times. And although I think I have figured out the save game issue, and what I have been doing is effectively going up into the farm. So I think the issue was that when I was saving and I was around all of the equipment and the tractor, I don't think the game could load. So what I've been doing is I've been leaving all the equipment out by the field, and I've been coming in to the farm and staring into the steps and leaving my save games there, and I have had no issues coming back in and resuming from where I left off. But again, it's just another example of how you really do have to work around the game, and the fact that it's not polished. So I've been effectively coming back, staring into here, so that I can leave the game and come back into it, rather than just being wherever I happen to be. I have taken all the animals out of the pens and left them to kind of graze in the pastures, because I just didn't have the inclination to continue to tend them. So you can see we've got quite a few pigs there. I've sold 4 pigs, so the pigs did quite a good job at reproducing, but again, they're not worth masses and masses of money. Again, the chickens were doing pretty well at laying eggs, but again, it's not masses of money, so I concentrated on the crops just to get us ready for what we're going to do now. So for some time, you guys have wanted a new tractor, and I've been wanting to do that too, but we've not had the money. So before we say farewell, we're going to have a look at the tractors, and we're going to see what they can do. So we've got the Massey Ferguson, that's what we've already have. So a lot of you wanted to see the Lands Bulldog. I don't know whether or not to get it with the rooftop, so I'm going to get it without. So we'll have one of those. So let's go and see what that does. I'm assuming it's over here. I don't know if it sounds any different. I have literally not even tried to get it as yet. Ooh! I think it should sound different, but I think it's having trouble loading the... Okay, so it's just very much quieter. But yeah, it looks totally different. Obviously it's higher up. I don't know if it's got a higher speed. Let's take it for a spin. It looks pretty good. Let's turn the lights on. That's the number plate. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it looks particularly comfortable to drive, but it looks pretty good. But not everyone wanted the Lands Bulldog. There's a lot of people that wanted a lot of different things. So if we park that one up, we can admire its beauty, and we're going to set it to work in a minute. You can see it's already starting to get a bit dirty, but not a patch on the Massey. So, Lands Bulldog. So other people said that they wanted something completely different, and some people wanted the Diesel Ross. So let's get one of those. Yes, I am being particularly spending at the moment. And there we go. The Fendt Diesel Ross. So you're not getting one new tractor, you're getting two. And it looks pretty good. I think that colour is going to very quickly and easily pick up the dirt. But let's see what happens. Oh! Oh, the exhaust is out the back. This one does make a pretty different sound as well. Let's see how quick it is across the field. Oh, we've kind of lured Duke out of the yard again. Yeah, this one's not so quick, based on what I'm seeing here. But let's line it up. It's a little bit smaller. So yeah, so the Lance is obviously much bigger. The Diesel Ross is yeah, quite reasonable looking. I can tell it's going to get dirty shortly. And yeah. So then we had even more of you. We had a whole bunch of you saying John Deere. A whole bunch of you saying don't get the John Deere because it doesn't have a 3-point hitch. Well, let's just have a look. So we're now not one new tractor, not two new tractors, but three new tractors. So the John Deere doesn't look like there's much to it. Again, I don't know what sound it's going to make. It's general purpose, B. And everyone is correct, it does not have... Well, it doesn't have the 3-point hitch, but it does have multiple hitch points there, which is interesting, so very odd. Ooh! Now that is an interesting sound. And obviously the fact that it only has a different wheel configuration. So let's see what this one does. It seems reasonably speedy, given that we are in 1959. So yes. So what's going on there then? Let's stack that up against. Okay. So again, it looks pretty good. But obviously we've got lots of different things going on here. And to be honest, I'm still liking the Massey. But we've got, I think, one more option, if I remember correctly. Yeah, which is the Fiat. So a bunch of you wanted the Fiat as well. Oh, why do I not have enough money to buy the Fiat? I was fairly sure I'd calculated enough money to buy the Fiat, and I haven't. Dang it! How on earth did I manage to do that? So we're gonna have to choose someone to go. How much will we get? We need what? 600. So with those, like I say, I actually prefer the Massey, but we've been working with the Massey for a heck of a long time, and it's the final episode. So we'll say goodbye, and we'll come back, and hopefully we'll have enough money to get the Fiat. Now I honestly thought that I'd calculated enough money to get all of the tractors, and a bit more besides, but clearly my math didn't add up somewhere. Big surprise. And what we're then going to do is we're just going to very quickly go through a growth cycle, so a harvest cycle. So as I said, I've learnt quite a bit. I've learnt about where to kind of stand so that the save games are working, and I've also kind of figured out, I think, the optimal way for us to get our crops through a harvest cycle. And I've also learnt that it actually takes longer to sell our crops than it does to produce them. So, go figure that one out. In terms of actual wait time, so it takes me about kind of 2 hours to do a growth cycle. So for harvest, and that's kind of from ploughing the ground right the way up through to delivering the seeds into town to sell. So we are going to get... Why can we not sell that? I don't know. Let's try it there. It doesn't want to let us sell. Okay. Unfortunately, it's also unlike Farming Simulator in that I can't just cheat in the money, so I've had to work actually pretty hard to do what I wanted to do there. So, if I can't sell that, what are we going to do? Well, let's go back to the farm. Oopsie, come on. Let me look around again, please. Thank you. Ping me up in the air. So I'm thinking, let's get the bulldog. Let's go and get rid of our mower. Because we don't need the mower. We're not going to use it again. And to be honest, once you all have gone, I think Jenny and Farmer Giles, they're pretty much going to sell everything up. Because they're going to kind of retreat off and kind of disappear into the not into the wilderness, but into life, really. Okay, so we don't have the ability to hitch that to that. So for those of you talking about not having the 3-point hitch, this one doesn't work in that way either. So that's not going to work. So there we go. So that one's pretty much only going to tow things. What about this one? That one will hitch. So the Diesel Ross is currently the winner, even though it is pretty noisy there. But what we can do with the lands is we can go and get the baler, because we're not going to use the baler either. So we're going to go and sell those bits of equipment and see if we can get enough to get the Fiat, because I want you guys to see pretty much what there is to see, and that really is the aim of this final episode. So I think we're going to rescue the Massey, because I don't really want to sell it. So let's get this one on its way. We can't leave it going, but we can leave it part way. Well, we'll leave it when we get there, and then we'll come back to the farm and we'll get the bulldog and we'll pull the trailer, the baler even. Words. Yes! So, and then I am determined just to kind of do some work with these new tractors so that they at least get some dirt on them, rather than just running around doing this. So that might mean that we run a little bit longer than the usual half hour, but I'm sure you guys will forgive me on the last episode if I do that. So there we go. Come along, little tractor. So this one seems to be, it's got the 3-point hitch, but it seems to be slower than the Massey. So at the moment, until we've seen the Fiat, we can't declare my personal winner, but at the moment the front runner is the Massey, for reasons of it's just a fantastic workhorse. So I don't think we can bear to sell her. That's why the system won't let me sell it, obviously. So let's kind of get out of this one, and we'll move the Massey. No, still won't let us sell it because it knows the Massey is the front runner. So stick the Massey up here, and we will see how much we're going to get for this wonderful mower. Probably not a lot. I can't remember how much we paid for it, but I'm imagining we're not going to get more than a couple of hundred for it. I'm hoping that we'll get more for the baler, and we'll then take it from there. So yeah, I mean, the people in town, now that we've got all these tractors, they just don't know what to do. So there we go. So we're gonna sell you for 90. We didn't even get a couple of hundred for that one. Jeez. Let's go and get another tractor. So go and get the lands. I'm gonna go and pick up the baler. So this one putters along quite nicely. I don't want to sell any of the other equipment because I am going to use it ever so briefly just to try and show you what's been going on. Oh, that's nice. The brake lights work as well. It's a good touch. So let's move the rake. Move the hand. That's the one. So let's get you connected to... Actually, want you connected into that one, please, because we're towing you. We don't need to move the rake because I think it's up already. So can we connect the PTO just to make sure? Yeah, there's the PTO. So we can't. Can we not connect the PTO? So this is another example of kind of, yeah. So it can't actually reach the PTO. So another reason to rule the lands out, not because of anything, but the fact that it's not been programmed well. It's not. So all these little details, if people had actually paid the attention, would have probably been ironed out. But yeah, so let's go and get rid of the baler. So this one, I mean, in terms of speed, it putters along so much quicker than the others, but without that flexibility of having the triangle hitch at the back, it's just not so useful. I suppose it could be used kind of as you're towing a trailer into town to do your selling, and that would probably be what I'd use it for if I were going to continue on beyond this finale. So there we go. But alas, we are going to putter along here, and we're hopefully going to get enough money to get the Fiat. Otherwise, we might have to pick a tractor to go. But I'd rather you see them all side by side. Oopsie. Could have seen that one coming, couldn't we? Farmer Giles' terrible driving strikes again. Jeez. Come on. Come on. Caught on a lamppost. On. Oh my goodness, just knock the darn thing down already. So again, you can see here you've got another milk standy thing that just, it's there, but you don't know why it's there, and you don't know if you're going to do anything with it. Or anything, so Okay, so we've managed to... I am so ready to kind of finish with this game. There we go. Sorry, you don't usually hear me getting quite so frustrated, but this game has been doing it to me lately. And I've spent quite a lot of time in it, so I've given it every opportunity. I say practically 10 hours of time spent playing it, just to kind of get us from where we were in episode 19 to where we are now. So let's sell that. So that's given us not enough. So what else can we... So let's take the lands back to home. If we sold one of the tractors, it would be definitely enough for us to get the Fiat. I'd really love to kind of do that though. So the Lance is doing alright. I don't know. What else do we sell? What are we going to get for the trailer? I wonder. Because there's nothing else really that we can sell, other than kind of cows and things. Actually, we could sell the cows. That would probably give us the money. And don't press the... So we'll get the John Deere. So we'll put the John Deere to work. So what we're probably not going to do is... We're probably not now going to kind of do the field work that I was planning on doing. We're probably going to get ourselves up to getting the Fiat so that you guys can see all the tractors. So there we go. Let's get this hitched up. There to there, please. Okay. There's me steering wheel, there's me steering wheel. So see how speedy this is. It's pretty quick. So we're going to kind of take it around so that we can get our cows into it. I think we'll sell both of our cows, although we'll see how much money they're worth, because the bull may be a good sell too. And we can only fit 2 of them in here. So let's open the back door, as we usually do. The door physics are always a fun thing to... So you're 162, and you're 121, and we... Yeah. We definitely want to take the bull. So follow me, Mr. Bull. I want you in here, please. So if I just let him get in, he should kind of walk in now. That's what the pigs were doing. Come on, in you get. There we go. So now let's get a cow as well. And between them, hopefully we should... If not, I might just need to pause the record if this doesn't work and take the 3rd cow and sell it. Because by that time we should have plenty enough. So the cows come in. Cow's there, so if I now get out of the way, the cow should get in there and I can close the back door and take them and sell them. Come on, in you get. So, close the back door and off we go. So let's speed on out of there. Okay, Okay, so the horn sounds exactly the same. I'm pressing the wrong button for it. I've been pressing the farming sim button. I'm so confused between the two games and the buttons. I really should remember to align them or something so I know what's going on. So, but there we go. That's only a question of willpower and stuff. And remembering. Okay, so don't need to go up there. It's around these bushes. Hopefully, I think you'll probably remember it. I think it's 3,300 we need, and we're so very close to it. Okay, I'm just flailing wildly now, if you couldn't tell. Right. Which idiot parked that tractor right there blocking the way? Honestly. People in this town, you know. Jeez. Let's open that door. Let's open those. And we'll take the cow out first. So I have to wait for it to come out, and then come and grab it. Bring it in here. That's another thing, there's horses. But I can't see any horses. So my word still remains incomplete. So 2903. Did they give us money for that cow at all? I don't think they're giving us market value, that's for sure. So, as reluctant as I am, I think we're going to have to sell a tractor. And I think, given the speed, oh, but it does have the hitch. Oh dear, difficult decisions. I think we're going to have to, just because of sheerly because of the speed of it, we're going to pop the diesel Ross out of the running for the time being, just so that we can get the Fiat and you guys can see that. Like I said, apologies, I wanted you to see them all, and it won't let me sell that either. Why will it not let me sell? So it won't let me sell any vehicle. Okay, so I'm going to be back when I've managed to sell enough things to buy the Fiat. So I'm going to pause the record now for the moment, and I will be back with you shortly. Okay, so we're back, and we've brought all the tractors back across, and we now have enough money to be able to buy the Fiat. And what we're going to do is, you've seen the other ones all doing something. You haven't seen the Fiat doing anything yet because we haven't bought it. But we're just going to check it out and see what it looks like. So the Fiat does also have the triangular hitch and 3 points and stuff. So we'll see how it sounds. Oh, sounds pretty good. So I'd say this is probably the only one that's going to come close to the Massey. So what we're going to do is look at that, is me steering forward. That steering is shocking. That's just pressing W, I'm not pressing anything else. And it's just pulling to the right all the time. So I think that votes the Fiat out, but we will take it for a spin. We're going to hook up a log, and we're going to take a log to the thing, because you've seen all the other tractors doing something. You've seen the Lands take equipment into town, you've seen the John Deere and the Diesel Ross all kind of take stuff and sell it, just so that we could be here for this moment. So yeah, our last act will be to use the Fiat to go and take a log to the log collector, because he does love his logs, bless him. So yeah, so let's grab this one. Ooh, that's embedded in the tyre. That's going to not good, is it? Really? Embed some chain in the tire. Okay, so now we'll get to see what it can do. It should be able to pull this quite nice and easily. I think for the same reason that we've had issues with the game loading with all this equipment, the frame rate is dropping, so it's looking quite laggy. It's pretty much what I'm seeing actually in game at the moment, so don't think it's I don't believe it's the recording, I think it's actually the game, so I think I'm going to actually stop. I'm going to get out of that, and we're going to kind of go, yeah, so I'm guessing it's something to do with that tractor. So that's the Fiat out. So no to the Fiat, no to the Lands, because you wouldn't be able to do everything you needed to it. Again, for the same reason, no to the John Deere. And the Diesel Ross is slower than the Massey, so the best tractor for you to use if you have this game is the Massey. So now we're getting close to all the equipment again. We've dropped our frame rate significantly again. So we're getting the Massey, and we'll take it away. Come up and join Duke. And yeah, so let's say goodbye to Duke. Say goodbye to Farmer Giles and to Jenny. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this series on Agricultural Simulator Historical Farming. We've been able to get through a complete cycle. We've been able to show you, I think, hopefully everything that you can do in the game. We've identified that there's some incompleteness with it. It's not really ready. Wasn't really ready to go on sale. But so if you haven't already bought it, I would caution you against buying it. If you have, then make the best of it. But I have completed what I feel I need to complete with it. I probably won't be playing it any more beyond this. I'm probably going to leave this save game somewhere, and that will be that. So we'll go to the top of the stairs, and we will say, take care, folks.